Hello and welcome. I'm your host, James Literal.
And I'm your host, Megan Preston, and we'd like to welcome you to our new show, Eagle ID.
On today's episode, we have two very special guests. Marissa Childers on to talk about the order and her experiences with it. Next, we'll have Natasha Holder on to talk about MSU Survivor.
And last but not least, we'll have Kyle Cooper to talk about his segment. Thanks again, and more when we get back from the break.
Welcome back to Eagle ID. We're here with our first guest, Marissa Childers, the secretary of the order. So Marissa, what is the order about?
The MSU Order is a theatrical martial arts group that centers around lightsabers and Star Wars. So we teach people who come in how to use a lightsaber for combat and theatrical purposes. And we also have a role-playing aspect where you get to create your own character, and they go by a Force name, and that's what you get called while you're at the order.
That's really cool. So who is the order open to?
The order is open to any students and faculty at the university, but it's also a community club as well, so you don't have to be attending MSU. You might just live nearby.
That's really cool.
So how can students get involved with the order?
All you have to do is show up at one of our practices. They're every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. They're usually in Button Drill Room. But we also have a Facebook page, so you can check there to see if the practice time or location has changed.
So how do you feel about the fencing organization actually making lightsaber dueling a competitive sport?
I think that's actually really, really cool. Our club has been thinking about getting more involved with a lot more opportunities, and it'd be really cool if we could actually go to more tournaments and like officially recognize things, I think.
Thank you for being on. We appreciate you coming in for this interview, and we'll be right back on Eagle ID.
Welcome back. Here with us is our guest, Natasha Holder. Natasha, so tell us about MSU Survivor.
MSU Survivor is a rendition of the show Survivor on CBS. We take students from all over campus that apply to be in the game, and we put them together in tribes, separate tribes, and the tribes will compete against each other in challenges. We meet every Thursday night at the bell tower to start challenges, and tribes will compete against each other to complete these challenges, and then the tribes that lose challenges that night have to go to tribal council and vote members off of their own tribe. So the basic objective of the game is to get to the end so that you can win the grand prize.
So how can students get involved with Morehead Survivor?
Well, we have two different processes. We have the student organization as a whole, so you can be a member whether you're playing or not. There are some perks to being involved in getting to control the game, getting input on game strategies and how to improve the game. You would get to help set up the game and give feedback and basically be involved as much as you can. And then there's a second process of actually playing the game where you have to apply, and then when you apply to play the game, we pick out of 24 applicants to play, and then you would come, and if you're picked, you would get to play the game.
That sounds really cool. So how do you apply to be on MSU Survivor?
Well, actually today is the last day of casting for this season. We've advertised it on our social media. We've done some tabling and some flyers and stuff like that. Today is actually the last day at 7 p.m. Casting will close, but we've had applications at our tabling. We've had applications on our social media bio, and so basically if you just go on there and apply, it will send it directly to our Eagle link, and we're able to look at everyone's submissions, and tonight at 10 is actually when we get to pick out all of our applicants.
That sounds great. Thank you for coming on with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you back on Eagle ID.
Hi, I'm Kyle Cooper, and I'm about to present to you the very first segment of Field ID. Thanks for watching. On February 21st, 2019, the Tri Sigma sorority and Phi Beta Sigma fraternity co-sponsored the Women and Men of Character pageant.
This pageant was about finding the people of character on our campus and really getting to showcase them and showcase like all the philanthropic efforts they put into the world and all the amazing characteristics that they have that make them wonderful people.
The pageant featured students from Morehead State showcasing what made them people of character.
Come on now, I hear y'all. Let's make it louder.
Alright, y'all, I'm Elizabeth Haynes,
And my name is Alonte Linton.
and we are here to host the Women and Men of Character pageant tonight for y'all. Alright, so
It feels really great. I'm just glad I got to come out and participate, and I'm so glad I had so much fun with all my friends.
The pageant had 3 separate categories: formal/semi-formal wear, problem solving, and talent. There were 2 winners, male and female, for each category and 2 overall winners.
Honestly, it was like kind of nerve-wracking and everything. But after you've been on stage for a little bit, it's like, it's do it to do it, or just go ahead and drop and fail. So with our fraternity, we always push forward. There's no excuses. You just keep pushing. You never stop until you try your absolute best. So that's what I presented tonight.
Overall, the pageant was a success, and all of the contestants had a lot of fun.
It was so fun. You could ask any of my friends, anybody in Sigma. I honestly have been preparing for it for 2 weeks and like hyping people up. Calling my grandpa and my grandma being like, listen y'all, you're not gonna believe what I'm about to get myself into. And so it's just really nice to show the effort and that I put into it and that they put in it to come to fruition. At the end of the day, it wasn't about winning as much as representing my sorority and my values in another sorority's events.
Make sure you keep an eye out for more events like this one. This is Kyle Cooper for Field ID.
Welcome back. I would like to thank everyone who has watched this episode.
We'd also like to thank our very wonderful guests for coming on, and we'd also like to thank Kyle Cooper for introducing his segment this week.
We'll see you next time on
Eagle
Eagle
ID.
ID.